But anyway, we remove it. So for class 3 correction. So, good thing is patient doesn't like the screw. And this treatment plan, no screw at all. And 15 to 24, no implant. What a wonderful treatment plan for her. So she likes it very much, no implant. So that's how we did it. Why we choose auto-tooth transplantation instead of implant? Because from the medial distal seems no big difference. But if you from the buccolingual, this is the number 15, compare with the traditional dental implant here. You can see how much bigger the root size compared with the dental implant. It means what? It means you don't have that much of the grafting. Headache grafting can be solved. So we have this donor site, and you can see how much concavity here. But Nancy did this surgery here. This is a difficult surgery. Not only auto-tooth transplantation here, and there's not enough reach. So you need a lot of bone grafting, including the tooth. So that's a tough surgery. But anyway, Nancy is so good. And try the socket by using this donor tooth replica. And then finally, put this donor tooth here. And put a lot of grafting material. Of course, because you put this premolar here, so you don't have to put that much of the grafting material. This is the treatment plan. Auto-tooth transplantation is so good compared to if you do the implant. And if you look carefully, right after 1 month, oh, it looks terrible. Oh, look, a black triangle. Not good. But remember, PDL, good PDL on the side. Gradually, not only healing, bone healing, grow the bone, but also grow the soft tissue. Can you see it? 10 months follow-up. It not only grow the bone, but also grow the soft tissue. In the dental papilla, usually for the implant, it's the most difficult place you can regain the papilla. But because you are using auto-tooth transplantation, you regain the papilla beautifully. So this is, if you compare from the beginning to the end, you can see the beginning seems no papilla at all. But now, not only bone, but also papilla. So that's really great about the auto-tooth transplantation. So look at this original one, such a big concavity, being because of a prominent root and the perio surgery, so it's go back to normal. So this is the arch, beautifully rounded and to a good arch form, symmetrical one. And this is after treatment, and after treatment you see the bone architecture, all very good. 15 in new place. And this is a before treatment, and after treatment you can see how much we have regained the bone here. Not only because of the grafting, but also good PDL. Even there originally no PDL, no interdental papilla, now there's interdental papilla. So this is after the treatment, the occlusion, final occlusion, and you can see the lateral view. It is occlusion just like this. So this is from the beginning to the end and the follow-up. So we did a good choice. We select number 15. That is an excellent choice for this patient. So we build up this concavity. So if you are interested in this article, since I don't have too much time to explain in detail, please take a photo of this slide. It's published, it's available on the website. You are welcome to download it. Now let's look at this case. What a terrible case. You look at the third molar, second molar, and kind of rampant caries. So many caries here. And actually, this is class 3. Watch, this is a big class 3. And open bite. If like a previous case, remember we extract the premolar here. But in this case, I had to remove any more tooths. I had to remove any more tooths. Because I had to remove this one and this one. The two big molar has to be removed already. And this condition is look like a mess. Midnight, big problem. Is it a surgical case? Absolutely not. Because number one, people saying this is a surgical case because they cannot treat this kind of case. For me, this is an easy class 3. As long as the condition is good, but now the problem is condition not good. Can I extract the lower right first premolar and get the midnight on and correct the class 3? No, because you have to sacrifice upper also. So what will be the better treatment plan for this case? And the midnight all? After thorough examination, we know this one and this one has to be out because this caries is too deep. Proximal caries too deep to the root, so need to be removed. This one need to be removed. So what will be the good treatment plan for this case? Luckily, all the third molars were all present. That is a good news in this case. So remember, whenever you see a case, don't remove their third molar without good reason. Because someday the third molar, like this case, is so useful. So this need to be removed. Treatment plan is just simple. We put it this way. And this one, simple. We put it this way. We have this. So we use the second molar and third molar, and we solve the poor condition. So now all the teeth are healthy. Now the rest is class 3. Class 3 now is the bone screw is so easy. So now it's easy, then we can finish it well. So that's what we did on this case. Okay, this is 28 to 36 and 47 to 16. But watch this here. When do I remove this residual molar? Be careful. This residual root, I don't remove it in day 1. I wait until I want to do the auto-tooth transplant, then I do it. Why? If you do it in day 1, about a year treatment, orthodontic treatment, the ridge will be resolved too much. This is the study tells us. Especially horizontal resorption. Vertically, maybe just 11 to 22%. But horizontally, it will become a sharp ridge. That's about 29 to 63%. About 1/3 to 2/3 of the ridge will be resolved. That's not good for your patient. And not good for your auto-tooth transplantation. The ridge is not good enough. You have to do more bone graft. So, remember, subcat bone reduction, you don't do the remove of this deciduous molar too soon. No, don't do it too early. So, actually, all of our patients, we have the orthodontic hygienic training at the beginning. If they don't brush well, we don't do the auto-tooth transplant for them. Why? Because poor oral hygiene also causes the failure of the auto-tooth transplantation. So you see this case, through 1 year education, oral hygiene, and change the restoration of this amalgam filling to composite. And this one still keep. And this side, see, the residual root not removed yet. If I remove it, the ridge going to resolve very soon. So I delay until auto-tooth transplantation. So this is the treatment plan, 47 to 16, 28 to 36. So this is how we did it. We had the treatment plan, and then we do the segmentation, common CT diagnosis to see which way is the best. So we find out on the 28 should be rotate 90 degrees like this, and then it'll be in a good position. So this is a removal of the bed 36, and then this is after replantation of that donor tooth. This is the donor tooth you can compare. Always prepare the socket with the 3D replica. This is a 3D replica. There are two kinds of material for the 3D printing material. One is a polylactic acid, like this case. Some are the beautiful one, clear one. Now we use the clear one. That's made of resin. So in the old day we used polylactic acid and 3D printing. So we try the socket. So then you put the real tooth, 1 second, 2 seconds, it fits very well. So you don't damage the PDL. That is the key for the success. So this is a try, and then put the final one and the heating, and after the heating is quite well, socket no more. So this is a 3D tooth, how to do the 3D segmentation, always. In this case also, because the sinus flow a little bit low, but for the periodontist it's easy, so did a little bit of sinus bead, and then do the auto-tooth transplantation on the top. So this is after the treatment. You can see beginning class 3, but as I told you, it's not difficult to treat. So as long as the patient's profile in beginning is good, even though it's open bite, I can handle that. And after the treatment, of course, the dentition is perfect. You can see we didn't remove any premolar, and all the teeth fit very well, you can see. So luckily, all her third molars are present. If not present, then the situation will be not so good. This is a lucky one, a good donor tooth. So again, don't remove the molar carelessly. This is again published in this AGODO. If you're interested, please refer to it for all the details. Now, sometimes in the dilemma, you think about whether you do the autotrans or you do the orthodontic closure. What do I mean by that? Let's see this case. In this case, again, the replantation, this one when he was young, trauma and replantation, but now ankylosed. How to solve the problem? Here's a big object, and this tooth here. So, first of all, you have to look in for donor tooth. Which tooth will fit this area better? So we think about the premolar. For example, if you use 24 or 25 to replace 21, you can see it very clearly. The lingual surface will be bulging too much. Not like the previous case, you can see, it fits very well. From this common CT, you can tell, not good. So in this case, to use the auto-tooth transplantation to replace the 21, not that good of an idea. So in this case, finally, we made a decision. If I use the 21 to replace 22, 22 to replace 21, it's not big of a difference. So our treatment plan using the canine replacement means the lateral replace central, and the canine replace lateral, and the premolar replace canine. We call that canine replacement. So in this case, we didn't use auto-tooth transplantation at all. Treatment plan, diagnosis is the key. So now the midnight is almost on. This one is the lateral incisor. We use the lateral incisor, and this is the canine. We shape it, make it like a canine. And this is the first premolar. So we call that canine replacement. Also, we use the mini screw so we can correct the midnight. So this is not a good candidate for the auto tooth transplantation. Not every case is good for auto tooth transplantation. Now look at this case. In this case, obviously this is a bimacular protrusion, but she kept saying to me, Dr. Lin, please keep my lip the same position. Why? She has a girlfriend, she had braces before, and now the face looks very dish-in, looks old. So she's afraid of that. So she keeps saying that, Dr. Lin, don't make my face concave. Oh, that's one condition. Then some doctor told her, it's easy. Your case is easy. This one no good, this one no good. You just bring this one forward. Bring this one forward. What is the fastest way? Surgically upright. Surgically replant. It sounds great, right? Then you don't have to do anything. And as she wished, the profile will be no change at all. So she had this idea and come to for my second opinion. I told her about this. If you want to move 38 to 37, 48 to 47 in one day or in 2 surgeries, that is difficult. Why? You see, inside the mouth, you cannot even see the third molar yet. There's gingival inflammation here. The second molar partially impacted. How can you do the surgery? Remove the third molar in one piece and put it into the second molar place. If you can do it, too much surgical trauma, right? So that's a unpractical idea. So what is my answer for this case? Orthodontic closure. What is the good thing about orthodontic closure? Orthodontic closure, the lower incisors are going to be back a little bit. And upper, then I can retract a little bit. So the profile can be improved. I convince her, I can improve you, but not ditch in. Guaranteed. So she said, okay. The only disadvantage is, the only disadvantage is it takes time, 2 to 3 years, to close this space instead of surgical uprighting. It's not practical. And the good thing compared to the surgical uprighting is you don't need to do root canal treatment. The tools will be vital. So indeed, in this case, we didn't do blindly just for auto tooth transplantation. Not for every case, especially not for this case. So what did I do? I know while I'm closing the lower second molar space, somewhat the lower incisor will be retracted. Why not take advantage? I retract upper whole. So I use IZC on the top and then retract at the same time. So in this case, we did both upper and lower retraction. As we mentioned yesterday about the whole arch digitalization on both arches. So we did it, and we really upright that molar. It takes time, 2 years and 4 months. Not too bad. We did it. So in this situation, ortho closure is much better than auto tooth transplantation. So all the cases, not every case, you just come here and every case auto tooth transplantation. No, it depends. The most important thing is diagnosis and treatment plan. So this is after the treatment. You can see it's subtle. For sure, she cannot say, oh, Dr. Lin, this is distinct profile. No, it's a much improved profile. But for sure, not distinct. Yeah. So none of the premolar being removed. And I use the third molar, beautifully replace the second molar. So this is a treatment, and long term, it is still quite stable. So this is the difference between auto tooth transplantation and ortho closure. Ortho closure usually takes long, but it's worthwhile because you don't have to sacrifice the tooth to meet the endo treatment. So it all depends on every case, different. So let me have a summary. Treatment plan is the most important one. And in the common time, probably you learn some knowledge about autotooth transplantation. When it is good indication, that will be excellent for the patient and for the treatment plan and correct the malocclusion. So in this presentation, I cover all this about these 10 cases. And it's all different kind of variation. And because time limitation, so I didn't show you more. We have plenty of cases like this. So we have much more application compared to androgens. So it's just like this. You are limited only by your imagination. So prepare, well prepared. Whenever a good indication come in, then you can